Here we go. Today's live coaching session and is going to be a special one. It's going to be an interview as well with one of our newest coaches. Her name is Monica Sawicki. Let me do this real quick. I should have had this ready, but I'm going to pull up your bio and read it. Okay, so give everybody a little background on you. So, Monica Sawicki is a fitness coach and personal trainer at FightFit who works with those looking to start the journey to better themselves physically and mentally. She can find the empowerment, courage, and confidence that is within yourself to bring it to the surface. She believes that anyone is capable of changing their life and can achieve anything they set their mind to, and she'll help you believe in yourself and help you recognize that you're capable of more than you think. She has actually competed in bodybuilding competitions at the President's Cup in the bikini division. Very brave to step on your stage with a bikini. I wouldn't be able to do it. Not in a bikini, at least. She's a stupid dad joke. She is a personal trainer, completed her PTS and several other courses, including her PN level 1, which is a precision nutrition level 1. It's a really, really good nutrition course that she's completed. She's also done her DTS barbell certification, so well-versed in strength and barbell work, first aid, CPR, of course, and spent years learning about fitness and nutrition, and constantly continues to educate herself to be a competent coach. Monica, thanks for being on this show.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's kick this thing off right in the very beginning. Maybe even before you competed in bodybuilding and bikini contest. How did you get started in fitness and health?
I was always I don't know if I would say fit kid, but I was always into sports. I tried out for any sport that I could in elementary school, high school. Um, and then during high school, we had like a weight training program, but I didn't really take it seriously. It was like the first time I ever got introduced to like a weight room. Um, but then this is where like the villain story comes in, as Edward called it. I got my first job at Cineplex, and as you know, like there's a lot of food back there. So I got into like this really bad habit of like always eating, always like testing food, and you get like you want to become friends with people, so you start like going out. So I reached a point to where I was just like not at my best at all. Um, and then there was this one guy that I liked, and then another guy that used to work with us like called me out on being overweight, like in front of him. And then that's like what made me like flip my switch. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna change, but not because of like not for him, but for myself. And I never wanted to be put in that situation like ever again because it did not feel good. So I got my first gym membership then, actually at the LA Fitness on Eglinton and Ward, and that's still there. And I basically went through like YouTube. I searched like every kind of like workout because I wanted to do like all the proper movements. And then during that time is when I was okay, one day, like when I'm old enough, like I'll be able to compete, and like because there was something that like sparked my inspiration there. And I've just been at the gym ever since. And then I was able to compete, so I took the opportunity and I ran with it, and here we are.
Awesome. So it looks like, there was a situation that made you kind of flip your switch and was like, I got to do something with myself. And it was a lot of self-study, it sounds like. Did you get help from anybody during this time when you decided to compete or start training yourself?
When I competed, I reached out to a coach. Um, so that's where I got the help in competing. That was like a essential part. Um, just when I had that one situation in my life, it was a lot of just like Google research and connecting with like my gym teacher and like learning how to use the weight room in the school, and then taking what I've learned and then using that in the gym. And then getting a coach with competing really helped me understand like the biomechanics and like what hypertrophy is and like how to design your workouts and the importance of like tension, um, and just like mindful movement, like mind body connection and all that kind of stuff while working out.
Very cool. So the coach helped to almost like speed up the process. Do you think you could have done it on your own without a coach?
Probably not that first time.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like it's a lot of information. Um, and for like a little bit there, like, you're just like coasting through. Like they're there to tell you what to do, and like you just kind of like follow it, and you don't really know why they're telling you to do certain things. It's like, why am I dropping 10 grams of fat or 15 grams of carbs? Like, why am I doing this workout? And like that's where I got into the whole like precision nutrition, because I wanted to understand what I was doing and like why I was doing it. Um, and
Looks
then
like you
take
got results though. You got results from following the advice from the coach.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's what I was like, okay, this stuff actually works if you like if you're consistent. And it's that's where I learned that it's not just about what is it? Motivation. It's not just about motivation. You just literally have to stay consistent. Like motivation is like 10% of it, where like being consistent is what's going to take you far. Even if you don't feel like going to the gym, like you got to go that day, and it is what it is.
It becomes a habit. So
Yeah.
you had a coach helped you through, you did a lot of self-study for learning muscle contraction, tension, time under tension, all that fun stuff. But it sounded like he actually coached you a lot with nutrition, and that's why you decided to take a nutrition course because you wanted to learn about it. How important did you feel was nutrition in like recompositioning your body for competition?
It was a major part in competing in life in general. Like I've been on every side of the spectrum, I feel like, in weight. So it taught me about overeating and like picking cleaner foods as opposed to just like what's available, or um substituting options for like different ingredients to make it a better meal for yourself and more nutritious, as opposed to just like eating because you're eating your feelings away or something.
Yeah, yeah.
You learn to like fuel your body as opposed to just eating.
Very cool. So like it's almost like just like the mind muscle connection when it comes to contracting muscles. Like there's a connection with the food too. You want to make sure that that's um there's a serious connection there. Um, I want to go into the part where you started training with us.
Okay.
Okay, so you went from competing on stage to now kickboxing and group training. How was that transition like?
um it was a pretty massive difference because when it comes to bodybuilding, it's more of like take things slow and like feel the contraction and move with intention. Not to say that like kickboxing isn't like it's just like swinging your arms and stuff, but it's just like doing the fight fit test when I first started my internship with you. Um, I was doing squats and I was going nice and slow and I was getting the depth and coming back up, and you're like, you gotta speed up a little bit. And I was like, oh, I'm just not used to it. So it's more of like the speed. Um, that's the major difference. And that's where I felt it the most.
Yeah, almost a different type of intensity. So you
Yeah.
went into, that side of thing. You studied a lot with nutrition. Now you started coaching. What do you find now that you've worked with clients? What do you think is first I'll start with success. What do you think is a major thing that helps a client succeed in getting their body fat down, their weight down? What do you think like the best clients do?
Changing their mindset, honestly. I think it all starts with the mind. Um, if people have this like perception of like, oh, I just need to lose 10 pounds and I'll be happy with myself, or like, then I'm like, okay, I mean, it's a good goal and that's fine, but you want to change your mindset to like, okay, you lose the 10 pounds, but then keep it off. Right. I see a lot of people that are just like, oh, well, once I lose 10 pounds, I'll be happy with myself. And like, then they reach that goal and then totally like fall off. And then they're like, oh no, I've ended up in the same position that I was before or worse. Whereas like, I feel like if you change your mindset um, to, okay, how can I lose those 10 pounds, but then develop healthy habits and sustainable habits um, to lose those 10 pounds and either keep it there or stay like, or keep going, like losing more weight, or maybe coming up with a different goal, or like you lost your 10 pounds. And then now, because you lost those 10 pounds, you feel like you can start like something you haven't done before or that you wanted to do, like say running or like kickboxing or whatever else. Even like going outside for a walk, like it all, I feel like it all ties in together when it comes down to like your mindset of things.
So it's like you were saying earlier about motivation. A lot of people are motivated to lose weight, but it's like what happens after that motivation starts to wane and go away?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
what are the things that you want to do? What are the goals? So cool. Very you're right. You're absolutely right. I think the best clients are the ones that have continuous goals and also always striving to reach them. Um, Now, what do you now that you're in the fitness industry, you're working with us, what do you do to because you don't compete anymore, you don't do any bodybuilding. I'm assuming you don't, or do you still?
No,
Yeah. Okay.
not competing at least, but like I still like go to the gym and lift weights.
Okay. So what's your fitness routine look like? And what does your fitness and nutrition look like at this moment?
Um, if I'm being honest, like right now, I'm kind of just enjoying it. um, I'm not restricting myself too much, but I'm also not letting myself go either. I'm kind of in a happy medium right now because
Mhm.
I've been so extreme on both sides that I'm now learning how to come in between those two and like learn how to live like a sustainable life for what my life looks like. Um, so like, I mean, I could have abs. I could go back to that like shredding season and stuff, but I'm trying to also learn how to be happy with where I am, where I don't need abs, but like I'm also not unhappy with how I look and
Love
how
that.
I
And
feel.
yeah, and that goes back to like mindset and where you're at. I find that people that, the problem is Instagram, I think. And they think a lot of these guys on Instagram live like that year round, which some maybe do, but they don't realize how much sacrifice is needed to look that shredded year round. Because it's
Yeah.
a lot.
Oh my God. It's like a tremendous amount of work. And people think it's so easy, but it's honestly like it's almost next to impossible. Like it's not impossible, but for like regular day living life, like it's it's tough.
Yeah. Like it's funny because like when we have people that do the challenge or do our nutrition plan, it's not easy. It's very limited, it's very restrictive, and it's done like that purposely because like our philosophy is always eliminate before we learn to moderate. But what ends up happening with a lot of people is they realize, you know what? I think I'm okay with not being super lean because I want some cake from time to time,
Yeah.
right? It's or I want to eat chocolate, or I want to snack, or I want to have a glass of wine, those types of things. And you start to like accept things like you kind of like you're doing right now. Is like, you know what? You could have abs, but you also want to enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. That's a perfect way to put it. Yeah.
Hmm. So enjoying things, that's what your daily routine is. You still work out, you don't let yourself go, still watch your food, but you still enjoy things. So that's a good balanced lifestyle to live. So what does your daily routine look like?
Uh, right now it's kind of all over the place. Because I do have a full-time job. So I'm there from 9 to 5. And then I basically come down to Fight Fit and either teach a class semi-private or do a class for myself. And then come home in the evening, walk my dog, and chill for like the little time that I have left in the evening, and then do it all over again the next day.
A little bit of a grind right now. That's how
Yeah.
it is when you're in between stuff. So cool. Books. I'm a big believer that readers are leaders. what I mean, first question, is there any books that you're reading right now or have read that you really enjoyed?
I'm actually I guess it's kind of fitting a little bit. I actually have it on my nightstand. I have the Karate Kid book. I think it's called, yeah, Waxing on the Karate Kid and Me. So I'm in the middle of that.
That one about, I've never heard it. Is it a fiction, nonfiction?
It's like an autobiography of the guy that played Karate Kid, the like Mr. Miyagi.
Oh no way, the guy he did the Cobra Kai after, right? The
Yes, yeah, that's the
Oh
one.
yeah, oh, very cool, very cool. I haven't read that one. What's some takeaways? Give me the highlights.
Uh, just like everything else in life, you think something is easy, and then it's not that. It's not as easy as you think, which is the same thing. My philosophy with like bodybuilding, losing weight, all that kind of stuff. It all kind of just ties in together because
Nice.
he thought it'd be so easy to like act and get the part. He's like, oh, I got it, no problem. And then he realized that there are a few things in his way before he could get the part.
Well, I almost feel like sometimes it has to look easy to get you started. But the key, like you said, it's like motivation and habit. Like a habit, those things you got to keep going. It's that consistently doing it and doing it day in and day out until you see the result.
Yeah.
So, strong message. Here's my last question. I don't want to keep you too long, but I believe everybody's life is like a kung fu or action movie. It sounds like you had a villain story, which you did. Uh, do you have a favorite kung fu or action movie, and why?
um, I'm a big action movie fan, so I don't know. It's very hard for me to pinpoint favorites. I think like the only favorite thing I have in life is a color. My favorite color is blue. Um, I don't know. I love all kinds of movies. Like John Wick was amazing. If we're sticking with kung fu, I would say Kung Fu Panda. I love cartoons. Has a good message too. All the Karate Kid movies. I'm a fan. Any kind of action.
I'll just leave it at that. There's a lot on the list there for you.
Yeah.
Monica, if clients or anybody want to reach out to you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Uh, Probably text message or Instagram message.
Text message or IG. So you can find our IG. What's your IG handle?
Monix Lara.
Alex Lara.
Monixlara.
I'll put it down below in the comments or wherever this is going to be posted so people can get a hold of you. Monica, thanks so much for doing this. For those that are clients that are here watching this live, I'm going to stop this recording, but for everybody else, the interview is over. Thanks so much, Monica.
Thanks for having me.